G'day again. How are you all doing? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a question that was given to me by one of our viewers. And it's a question I've had for quite some time, but they just wanted somebody to explain it clearly, which apparently makes it right to do that. If you have questions, please write them in the comments, and I'm sure I can get on top of them for you. If I've got a good answer, I'll give it to you. So today's question is, how does medical intuition work? And it's actually incredibly simple. I'll start with this example. In your heart, there are softwares. Softwares tell it how to beat, what sequence of muscles to stimulate, when to beat faster, when to beat slower, when to speed up, when to slow down. When you're asleep, what does it do? When you're running, what does it do? These are all softwares. And they're in every organ of the body. So your lungs, your digestive system, all little bits in there are all doing their function quietly without your input, because these softwares are all on automatic. When you have a disease, the entire basis of medical intuition is that these softwares have somehow become corrupted or broken. They come in three kinds: overactive, underactive, and halted. And each one has a slightly different approach, but what we do with medical intuition is we go in there and we rewrite the softwares. I'll give you an example. So diabetes. Now, very, very rarely is the pancreas unable to create insulin. Very, very rarely. It's not necessarily a hardware issue on the pancreas. It's usually a software issue. Now, because medical intuition is about emotions, the softwares are emotions. It'll make sense to me. Insulin is responsibility. Now, I want you to think of sugar as the energy source, as payday. So when you eat a cream bun, or your favorite sweetie, when you eat that, you get a large burst of sugar. Now, insulin is the responsibility to be able to stretch that sugar out. Well, or if you use the analogy, the sugar is like payday, and if you don't have any responsibility to regulate your spending, then on the Friday, Saturday night, you'll party, and then for the rest of the week, you're totally broke. And diabetes is the issue that we don't know how to regulate the spending of that sugar. We don't know how to regulate it, so we always have a consistent supply of energy, or there's money in the bank account when we need it. And so once the individual, as with diabetes, the person is either too responsible or has no concept of responsibility whatsoever. There's underactive or overactive sense. And so with our fancy medical intuition meditation techniques, we go in there and we rewrite the software of the pancreas. So the person has a different concept of responsibility, understands what they are responsible for, understands what they're not responsible for, and then can regulate their sugar and live a healthier life. It is true of every single long-term illness. Now, I personally don't recommend medical intuition for car accidents or cuts or to stem bleeding or things like this. But long-term disorders of the body is incredibly suitable. And a lot of the work that us medical intuitives pick up is where the hospitals cannot fix it, and they'll never admit they can't fix it. They'll just send you on to another guy. They'll recommend you to another doctor, who'll recommend you to another doctor, who'll prescribe this, that, and the other. And if they don't work, they'll just pass you on again. And you'll get run all over town and collect a long string of bills to go with it. But what's very interesting is that the patient or client is usually quite aware that this is an emotional issue for them. And they're always really surprised that you can kill two birds with one stone. Like this long-term over or under responsible issue that is actually the same thing as their diabetes, is creating the bad softwares that are misfinding their pancreas, that you can actually get both the physical and the emotional part resolved in one treatment. It's amazing. Yeah, everybody loves it. And I hope that's made it a little bit clearer. I hope that you guys can work with that. Please feel free to ask me more questions, because your curiosity can drive this channel. What you want to hear is what I want to be telling you. So please speak to me about that. Anyway, thanks for listening today. Oh yeah, if you're going to ask me questions, you have to like the videos and you have to subscribe to them. That way, it helps the channel a lot, and I hope that my services can be of use to you. Thanks heaps. Bye for now.